Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Before I start, let me just say, please read this disclaimer. This video is just entertainment. I'm not a professional advisor. If you need professional advice, seek a professional advisor. I'm not soliciting your investment. I'm not saying you should invest. If you do invest, you should plan to invest only with money that you're able and willing to lose and probably will lose. I also want to say that I have people come to me with really unrealistic expectations in Forex often. For example, people come to me and they tell me that they want to get 10% returns, 20% returns, 30% returns. They don't want to take any risk. Let me tell you guys, if you go to any arena of investing and you say you want 10 or 20 or 30% a month returns without risk, you'll just get laughed at because it is not realistic. And it's also not realistic in Forex. You shouldn't expect those kinds of returns without risk. Those kinds of returns require risk. And with risk and leverage comes the chance that you will lose your trading capital, that you will not be able to preserve it. And really the best way to invest, in my opinion, is to trade safely, preserve your trading capital, take a loss when you need to. That way you can stay in the game, continue to trade, compound your gains, hopefully, as long as you're able to get an average gain each month. Maybe some months you lose, some months you win, but as long as on average you're making money and you can control your risk and your leverage, then you can stay in the game, you can keep trading, and over time you can make a lot of money. But to expect 10 or 20 or 30% a year is common a month is common in Forex. It's not realistic. Forex is full of scams. Forex is full of unrealistic claims. Forex is full of accounts that run really well for 1 month or 3 months or 6 months and then completely crash. And let me tell you guys, they don't announce it when they crash. They just disappear. They disappear from wherever you were watching them. They're taken off of MQL5. They're taken off of my FX book. They're hidden. They come off of the sales website, and they start a new account and show you the new account. So really, we want to invest sustainably. We want to invest with reasonable expectations, and you should always keep that in mind. Forex is not magic. Forex can be very profitable, but you can't be too greedy. Greed is common in Forex because there's a constant drumbeat of wild claims and scams, and people just almost expect 10% or 20% a month, which isn't really realistic unless you're willing to take risk. And the risk that you have to take to make those kind of returns are probably not worth it, because eventually you can take the risk of either taking a huge loss or crashing your account. So I would say aim for that, maybe depending on how good your trading system is, that 3% or that 6% or that 9% or something like that return. And understand that the higher you go up that return expectation scale, your risk scales with the returns and becomes a bigger risk. So anyway, there's my little speech for the day. I don't want to sound like your dad, but I just see it so much, and I just want to warn you guys because you should be warned about this. A viewer requested that I review something called EA Pip Scalper. So this is it. I found it on Tradomart for $500. I'll try to keep this video as short as I can. There's a lot to go over here. What I will say, I'll just tell you in advance. This video is really an entertainment video because this is clearly a scam, and we're going to sort of go through it so you can see why it's a scam, or how we can tell it's a scam. So if I go over this page, I shouldn't say that. Let me say that differently. I can't be 100% sure that this EA is a scam, but I can be reasonably sure that I would not invest any money with this EA, nor would I buy it. So let's go over it. We see here it's a fully automated multi-asset time frame EA based on proprietary indicators and strategies combined with strict conservative money management. Proprietary trading algorithms ported from proven over time HFT bots and optimized to trade 3 currencies: EU, UJ, GU. Also not limited to those assets. It provides a wide range of input parameters allowing unlimited customization options and adaptation to different assets and markets. And then they go through some settings. And I'm not going to bore you by going through all of these, but I will say the settings are not very well explained, in my opinion. The documentation is insufficient. And furthermore, you don't see examples of how to combine these settings effectively, which is very important. It's not only important to know what are the settings, exactly what do they do and how do they work, but it's also important to see some example set files to show you how to combine these into effective trading strategies. Because you can have all the settings in the world, but if you don't know how to set the settings or adjust the settings, then you're unlikely to have success. So they talk about some advanced money management, which is basically just the percentage risk per trade. Then they talk about an optimizing, and really they don't say much about optimizing. They basically say, look at it every month, try to optimize it, maybe backtest it. That's about what this says. So there's not much info here other than, some inadequate, and there's no other documentation that I can find. I went through some of these links. Then I found this. I found Andrew's trading channel, EA Pip Scalper platform review. So who is Andrew? Andrew is this guy, and his YouTube videos, he's very popular on YouTube. He has suckered a lot of people into his channel. When I first saw his channel, I was impressed. I thought, wow, this guy seems to really know what he's doing. He's having so much success. And then he released an EA, I think it was called, if I'm not mistaken, it was called the Forex Pro Island EA or something like that. I reviewed it a year or two ago. And when I reviewed it, I did not give it a complimentary review. Some of the problems with the EA were that, first of all, it was heavily marketed. Everything you could see about it was marketing without facts, without information, without real accounts that had run for more than a very short period of time. So I didn't give it a good review, and then sure enough, it started crashing people's accounts. It lost people a lot of money. All the feedback I got from viewers and read on forums was essentially that everyone associated with this EA, everyone that had purchased it, had lost money or crashed an account. And quickly this EA was taken off the market. It was no longer available for sale, probably because it just kept crashing accounts. And it was just ridiculous EA. I mean, it's the kind of EA, as soon as you read about it, it just seems unrealistic, the kind of profits and the promises that were made with this EA. So that left me thinking not very much of this Andrew and his trading channel, and I continue to this day not to think very much. This is just my opinion, only one man's opinion. So now I see Andrew is reviewing this EA Pip Scalper, so let's check out his review. People, I'll read it a little bit of it. The brand new EA Pip Scalper Autobot for Forex trading is finally here. A highly sophisticated, automated application for all you newbie traders out there who just don't have the time, skill, or knowledge to be profitable. You are in luck. There is a new automated Forex trading system out there that does all of the heavy lifting for you. Now, we do realize there are plenty of auto traders out there. However, as you might know, most of them are either 100% useless or just total ripoffs. That's true. Either way, 99.9% of current auto traders do nothing but lose money. I'm not sure that statistic is accurate. I think maybe more than 0.1% make money, but I'm not sure. Yet this, maybe he's done a scientific analysis of the market that I'm not aware of. Yet this new EA Pip Scalper auto trader is truly the first of its kind, a truly revolutionary FX auto trader that has the ability to put real money into your pocket. It's designed to be user-friendly, low-cost, and super profitable. This is our official EA Pip Scalper platform review, and we are here to tell you what it is all about. So, you've read 3 paragraphs. Does this seem like a review, or does this seem like a lot of marketing? To me, there's nothing but marketing here. There's no reviewing going on at all. He's just trying to get you to buy this EA by saying fantastic, amazing, unbelievable things about it. So, there are quite a bit of cool features you should be aware of. Let's look at the main selling points. One of the best features is that it's fully automated. It's one of the few apps out there that is actually full auto, not just semi-auto. Actually, I know a lot of fully automated bots. This is, of course, really convenient because it means you don't have to sit in front of your computer or phone to trade. Highly advanced algorithms, trend detection, reliable trading signals, automatically execute trades on those signals. In other words, you can literally turn the EA Pip Scalper bot on, walk away from it, and come back to nice profits. Wow. This seems awesome, guys. Let's keep reading. This seems so unbelievable, and it is. Okay. It's designed for MT4, MT5. Kudos for putting on an MT5. I love MT5. I think it's the way to go, if we can. So, yes, professional traders can use this software to make money and save time. I'd consider myself a professional trader, but I can tell you right now I'm not going to use this software to make money or to save time. But it really is very ideal for newbies. The interface of this automated trading software is so easy to use that even a 5-year-old with no prior knowledge or experience of Forex could use it and still make a profit. That's how easy it is to use. So, we know, guys, that a 5-year-old could use it now. Yet another feature is that it's so customizable. This is not one of those auto traders that just does what it does. Well, if a 5-year-old can use it, I would expect it to just do what it does. And there's nothing you can do to change it. Everything about this auto trader is customizable. This includes the assets themselves, the time frames, the stop loss, the take profit, and so much more. This high degree of customization allows you to trade any way you see fit, and this versatility is a huge selling point as far as we are concerned. The next awesome feature of the EA Pip Scalper is the fact that it can trade all Forex pairs. Yes, you heard right, all of them. There are other auto traders out there that might work, at least to a certain extent, but these usually only trade a few select pairs. By the way, remember guys, when we read this, it was optimized for 3 pairs. So back to this awesome review. There are other auto traders out there that might work, blah, blah, blah. Most of them only function on select time frames. Well, this is not the case with this new Forex auto trader. It can trade all Forex currency pairs and it can function on all time frames. So now we stop for a service announcement. This thing doesn't repaint. Well, guys, if you're familiar with repainting, it's a concern when you look at signals or indicators. Indicators are basically something, I shouldn't say signals, I should say indicators. They're a piece of code that you drop onto your chart in MT4 or MT5 that draw something on the chart when it's time to make a trade. And maybe the biggest concern with indicators are that they repaint. So they'll put a signal on the chart, and then later they'll erase that signal and draw a different signal so that when you look back at it, you have no idea if the indicator was actually accurate because it's now redrawn its signal to be at a place where there was success. So you don't even know when you look back at the chart whether the EA gave good signals or bad signals because the signals have been erased. So we don't like repainting at all on an indicator. We hate it, in fact. But on an EA, it should not even be in the conversation. It's like talking about spark plugs on a jet engine. As far as I know, they don't exist on a jet engine, although I'm not a jet engine mechanic. But it doesn't really make sense, as far as I know, to discuss spark plugs when you talk about jet engines. So it doesn't make sense to talk about repainting when you talk about robots or EAs because those just take the trades. There's no painting or repainting to be had. This seems like a paragraph put in there to ease the minds of people that know almost nothing about Forex, but have heard that you shouldn't have an indicator that repaints. So this is just sort of an extra paragraph in there to make those people feel okay about this, even though it doesn't make any sense in the context of this quote-unquote review. Okay, so so far we found out that this thing can be run by a 5-year-old, yet it's got a lot of complexity. It's got a lot of settings and customizations. I'm not quite sure how a 5-year-old could run it. Then we found out that it doesn't repaint, but we don't care about repainting on robots or EAs. And now we hear one of the main points of this software is that it can make 85 to 95% win rate. So guys, if you're making 85 to 95% win rate, I will just tell you, I've been in Forex for a while and trading for even longer. You don't get an 85 to 95% win rate unless you are taking big losses and small wins. That's how you get a big win rate. Even with an edge, you're taking big losses compared to small wins. So now we get to see that this thing works on any broker. It works with every and any broker. Once again, at this time, there is not a single app like this one out there. It's not picky about which broker you should use. These two are incompatible. A big loss, small win, EA is generally not compatible with a broker that has terrible trading conditions, like a market maker broker. And I'm not going to go into exactly what that means, but let me just tell you, it makes it tough to trade. It makes it tough to make money. You need to make big wins on a market maker to make money, generally. And it doesn't do well to have big losses and small wins on a broker with big spreads and commissions, because you really need bigger pips on a broker like that to make money. So these two claims seem incompatible, that it will work on any broker, yet it wins 85 or 95%. This doesn't seem like a review. This review makes no sense. There's no live account linked. And by the way, this picture, you can't click on it. It's just a picture. And there's no real analysis here. So it's not a review. It's just a bunch of crazy, nonsensical marketing claims. And I don't know how anyone could read this and think it's great. However, sad to say, in the Forex world, there are a lot of people that just don't have any analytical skills, and I'm sure he sold a ton of these. So if we go over to, let's take one last look at Mr. Andrew here. We go over to Forex Peace Army. I did some searching. I found this one note about it. Forex Peace Army is a pretty good site because it gives a little real feedback on EAs and brokers, etc. So here I see, be aware of this product on the market. It's being pushed on YouTube hard, and I fell for it. This bot does not work, even after days of quote-unquote optimizing and backtesting, still losing money. The YouTube video reviews are making money off the affiliate program, which pays 30% of the purchase price. Guys, either this guy sells this EA or he's making money if you click through here to buy the EA. He's making some affiliate commission on it, 30% of the price. 30% of $400 would be $120 every time someone clicks through and buys it. So he's happy to stuff crap down your throat if you'll take it without any real claims, any real analysis, and call it a review. Be careful in Forex, guys. Hopefully everyone viewing this channel is too smart for something like this. And even if you weren't before you watched this video, hopefully now you're too smart for something like this. Be careful. It's a dangerous world in Forex. Be realistic. Don't get too greedy. And this was kind of a fun one to review because it's hilarious. But I'm sad for the people that bought this, spent money on it, wasted money, and lost money on live accounts using this. Onward we go to another video in the future. Thank you, guys.